Welcome to Fuzzybutts and Friends. Well, as much as it drives Fuzzybutts all over this place, absolutely crazy when they hear me say it. I am the host of the show, your big dog, Luke Robinson, back again with you this week. And look over there, who we have with us back again is Ginger Morgan, the executive director of the Puppy Up Foundation, and she's also the co-host and the co-producer of the show. Ginger, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Well, this is everyone. This is our special holiday season. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, end of season 2 special edition. And I wanted to start off, Ginger.
I can't believe it. We're already at the end of the year and going to start season 3.
We'll be starting season 3 of Fuzzybutts and Friends very, very soon. I'm excited about it. We'll have a bunch of new programs and everything. But before I start this episode, Ginger, because we do have a few things to talk about with everybody and share some holiday spirit with, even though I'm not wearing Santa Claus. I think I should be wearing, I'm old enough, I should be wearing Santa Claus attire now, Ginger. But before we begin, speaking of Santa Claus, you haven't mentioned it yet, but you've seen me a couple of times. I do not have my famed, my celebrated, my infamous, the one that you hate, my goatee. My bearded self is no longer a bearded self. You haven't said a thing about it so far.
You know, I started to say that when you introduced me because I did notice I've just been busy. So I noticed it when I sat down because you didn't say, do I look all right or anything? And I was like, oh, there's something missing.
It is missing, and I think it's temporary. I'm not used to how I look. If you're on our FuzzyButtsStudios.com YouTube channel, you could check me out. I look pretty atrocious, to myself at least. But I got a funny story about it. It is somewhat relevant to the topic at hand, Ginger. So I was, as some of you may know, if you've been listening, I broke my foot weeks ago. I still have a giant boot on my foot. And so I went in, and there Ginger goes, not hearing my story. So she's picking up Indiana, of course. So where are you going? I'm telling my story to myself. Anyway, for those of you watching, Ginger just walked away for a second. But back to my story, because oh, that's funny. Okay, so back to my story. So I went in to shave for the show. There's Nanner Banana. Drinking some water for those you can see. We have a fuzzy butt for Fuzzybutts and Friends. Thank you for doing that, Ginger. I appreciate it. And my story,
You're welcome.
my stories are always less important and interesting than our fuzzy butt friends. So back to the story because it is relevant. I'm getting to the point. And so I went in to shave for the show, and I had this, and so I have this knee rover that I have to rest my knee on to hold most of my weight, and I have my left arm on the sink. And the knee rover doesn't have a brake that works. It was donated or whatever it was. And since it's all temporary. And so as I was trying to shave my goatee with the razor, I slipped and shaved half of it off at an angle. And I tried to fix it, and it just looked more ridiculous than me fully shaven. So I gave it all up and shaved off the beard. But I assure you, by the start of season 2, your big dog will have the goatee back again. Because I feel a little bit naked and exposed. It's really weird for dudes that have beards and facial hair. I'm sure you'll understand. And also, it does keep you warmer during the winters. But the reason why that's relevant to our audience, so Ginger, I'm sure you're dying for me to get to the point, is because my foot being broken, Ginger, it really has created a tremendous hardship on Fuzzybutts and Friends over the past 2 months. And yourself, I know you're you certainly do wear your emotions on your face, Ginger. Yes, I know.
My mouth might be quiet, but my face says it all.
Well, it's been frustrating for me too because I haven't been able to walk Indiana, and with his peripheral neuropathy, he's slipped again. He's not getting up on his own. He's standing good, so it's been a heartbreak, a frustration. It's been an operating nightmare, and it's been a source of. It's really been a hardship on you, and so I appreciate, Ginger, all the help you've given me and my fuzzy butts, Hudson and Grayson. You've helped them out both a lot, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All
what
right.
I was going to say is I'm so glad this is not called Fuzzy Faces and Friends because your fuzzy face is gone.
You have to find another host to still absolutely. But the reason why it's relevant is that I've had to, because I've had several doctor's appointments. I've had sort of a mitigating factor that's aggravated it. It's been a mess for everyone, and so we've had to reschedule and cancel some interviews. So we've been late. And we didn't have the ending lineup, Ginger, that we really wanted to. So, but we wanted to do something special for this episode, and so we wanted to do something we wanted to do in season one and that is a holiday Christmas episode. I have it here, Ginger. I'm calling it Fuzzybutts and Friends Faves. So we have.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't that cool? I like that. So we'll do that next year. We'll do it more formal and official, perhaps. I know you did try to get a buyer from Hollywood Feed, or a merchandiser, I think, a merchandiser from Hollywood Feed, to come in and interview, but it didn't happen for a number of reasons. So we're going to make the best of it. It's a fun episode. So on that, let's see if I have anything else. No, I do want to announce before we get into the fun of the episode, Ginger. So Fuzzybutts and Friends for everyone, we will be taking 3 weeks off because, well, holidays and it's crazy. And hopefully by the return of the start of season 3, Ginger, my foot will be healed. We'll be back with a new season. We have a lot of interviews coming up, a lot of exciting concepts and topics that are relevant and new for all our Fuzzybutts and Friends out there. All right, Ginger, on that note, let's get down to business. So Fuzzybutts and Friends Faves, that's a lot to say, alliterative. We've got some really cool, what we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple of gift items for everyone. We're going to start the episode with that. And then we're going to get, Ginger and I spent a little time at Hollywood Feed since we couldn't get someone on our episode. We took one of your Fuzzybutts, Ginger, Kelly.
We did.
We took Christmas shopping because we could see the stockings behind you. We needed stocking stuffers for the Fuzzybutts there at the Morgan Manor. And so we did that. So I've got some pictures to share for everybody about that. So Ginger, on that note, we'll start with the Fuzzybutts and Friends phase. Take it away. Well, actually, I want you to do what I think is the most exciting gift because I hadn't seen it before. Let's start with the hose feature. Let's start with the hose, the exciting one.
Oh, yeah. This is, I do a lot of TikTok watching late at night. So, it's really hard sometimes at any time of the year to give your dog a bath. And as Luke calls it, the Morgan Manor, it's really difficult to give them baths, especially in the wintertime because the water is so cold to give them a bath outside. And even in the summertime, even the big dogs, I will say that Indiana does not appreciate it. So I saw this thing on TikTok. It's a Rheem, and I know that Rheem is a pretty good brand to go by anyway, but it's a nozzle that heats water. It's the coolest thing. It's the coolest thing ever.
Hold on a second, Ginger. Sorry to interrupt you. Try to move that over a little bit and speak more into the camera because of your laptop because I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Is this
better? Yes, it is.
Is that better? Okay. So you just don't get to see the hose. Anyway, so we ordered it. You hook it up to your regular hose and then you plug it into an outlet. It's obviously outside, or you could get another extension hose to do extension cord to do that. But just read the instructions on that. But it's really cool because you can have it on cool, you can have it on a warm, or it gets hot. For me, I think the hot is probably too hot to bathe your dog in. If you're going to hit their skin, like Indiana, Grayson, and Smiley, they have so much hair. I don't know that the skin ever gets wet when you give them a bath. But I've used this a couple of times. One time I did it by myself with Indiana, and the other time Luke helped me with it. But it's excellent. So what was your experience, did you think, with it, Luke?
Well, I have the broken foot, so I was out there assisting.
So I was
out there assisting you with
rinsing, and I did try not to get Luke's foot wet or his hair, or I did my best.
It was quite a procedure because, again, if some of you know, is that my dog Indiana has peripheral neuropathy, and for prolonged periods of time it's hard for him to stand. So I had to help you in the operation. I can't bathe him. He can't be bathed unassisted, and because he wears a diaper, he sometimes soils himself. And so he has to be bathed multiple times a week, Ginger, right? To keep him nice and fresh and clean as we want him to be at all times. And so in this cold weather, we can't take him to groomer. I can't afford the groomer 3 times a week. So
we love Starla. We love Starla at Fuzzy Paws. here in Memphis, but yeah, no, that would be a little bit much to do 3 times a week. And sometimes only the bottom half of him gets cleaned even here, because it takes too long for him to dry. So
So I think
this is
it's a wonderful, and it gives pet parents who don't have the ability to have their own sink basin installed with a separate faucet for their small little fuzzy butts during the winter time, or they just don't take their big dogs up in their own bathtub or have some other. It really is a wonderful solution, Ginger, and it is.
it's excellent. So the manufacturer is Ream, and it's called the Hot Wave. And the water does get, there are a couple of things I wish that on the warm, on the warm setting, it had shower, because it has different settings on it. Shower, jet, stream, or so I can't remember, but straight, whatever all the settings are, but it doesn't have a shower one on the warm or the hot. So that, I think it's flat is the one that we use on Indy, which works okay. I'm just used to shower, but once I do this, I'm probably going to get just used to flat and not shower, but it's just one of my preferences.
I believe it's important to provide feedback to manufacturers of such a good product so that they can, and I'm sure they probably have this in mind for future iterations of their product, but it's important to give that feedback to pet parents, because there are only 2 settings on hot, so you can only use like really hard jet, right? And then it's was it lateral, or is it what do you call that?
It's called flat. I think there are 3
Flat,
settings, but they're not like jet. I'm not going to use on my dog, and so I think the other one was center, and so for me, flat was the one. But I think you get 3 settings on each, cold, warm, or hot.
Yeah, you use that jet setting on a Doxy or a little Chihuahua or some of our smaller fuzzy butts and friends, and you're going to get the ASPCA called in you, I would imagine, or they're going to rocket them away into the neighbor's yard or something. So it is a setback. It's a down, but you know what, Ginger? It's a relatively reasonably priced product, and it's a great introductory product, and solves a big problem for so many pet parents. How much do we pay for it? You don't maybe have to be precise, but give everybody an idea of what you set back.
Maybe it was somewhere, give or take, somewhere between 100 and 110 or 20. It wasn't that bad, and you can use it for other things. They have it. You can wash your car, your windows, outside. Whatever you want to wash with it. Really, that warm water or hot water might be better than a cold.
Yeah, so it is a multi-purpose hose sprayer, into which you don't have to plug in and use the heat feature. So it is an all-weather hose addition as well. I forgot the hose attachment as well. All right, I think we covered that one pretty good. The next two, Ream, if you want to reach out to us and sponsor Fuzzy Butts and Friends, or include us and give us your version next Christmas, we're happy to do that. But we're not sponsored. I need to disclose that we're not sponsored by Ream. This isn't a paid promotion. But the next two they're not a paid promotion. We didn't get anything from promoting them, but we are longtime fans and advocate supporters of the makers of the next two products. So on that note, Ginger, please take it away.
All right, we definitely appreciate the support from Puppy Up. So this is our new 2024 calendar. I don't know how you set it up that way, Luke, but anyway. So this is our 2024 calendar. It's beautiful as usual. And we did change the name this year to Dogs Helping Dogs. And so that there's just, I'm just going to have to, we'll just flip through a few here, their stories. And so, a lot of times in the past, people have said, oh, I love the way the calendar looks, but it breaks my heart reading the stories. Well, this is Miss Kelly, my girl, and her story is all about supporting Lily and her cancer journey, and what Kelly thought about Lily and what Lily thought about Kelly when Kelly entered the household. So it's cute, it's heartwarming, and it's kind of funny. And Kelly's quote is, "I despise cancer with all my doggy spirit." So you can order this at puppyup.org/shop. should be the first thing that pops up. And if you probably order tonight or tomorrow before Christmas, we'll get it out to you. Other than that, I don't think you can make it as a Christmas present, but you can always give it as a New Year's present, just in case for those people you didn't see at Christmas time, or you might need one yourself. It hangs up beautifully right to, I don't know why Miss May wants to come up, but you can always hang it up in your kitchen on a door or something. And we have great different holidays in there, not just the regular traditional holidays, but all the holidays like Squirrel Appreciation Day, which Indiana, that is his favorite day. So anyway, there is our calendar. Again, you can order it up, puppyup.org/stock. And Puppy Up doesn't sponsor us.
Well, Ginger, I'm sure you should have figured out I was queuing up the other two products, but I got to point out, I'm sure our sponsors our prospective sponsors are taking note that Kelly comes first. Kelly comes before they do. So yes, of course, the calendar, you had that on the list, but I figured you would go over the other two of the holiday stocking stuff or gift items for Fuzzybutts first. I thought that. But please, go ahead.
All right, so my next one and the last one that I have is Genie's Therapeutics, their CBD oil. Now, Genie's does sponsor Puppy Up. They sent a lot of, I was going to say samples, but they actually sent the full bottle to several of our walks for us to give away to the participants and to put in our baskets that we give to our highest fundraisers and our Canine Cancer Hero. So Luke, you can talk about Genie's.
Yes, that's what I was going to do. Right.
Is on there, right?
Right. Indiana Jones is on Genie's Therapeutics, and it's been very helpful. And I know we were concerned he might have an acute case of not pancreatitis, but he had an upset stomach for a while. He takes a very high dose of fish oil, and that's oil as well. That's how it's distilled, is through an oil base. And the CBD is extracted that way. And so there were a couple of days, Ginger, that he wasn't on it, and it was a noticeable difference. And so I highly recommend, if you have a dog, an aging dog, an arthritic dog, or a dog that has inflammation of any source that you feel like might benefit from CBD, Genie's Therapeutics, I highly recommend that. And we've seen lots of good products, and we've out there on the market. And I'm still, there are some other alternatives, but that we've tried. But Genie's it really seems to make that bit of a difference, that extra difference, Ginger. Okay.
It does. And we also interviewed the founder of Genie's Therapeutics, and Genie was his dog, an Airedale, that actually Genie had cancer. And so this is one of the reasons why he came up with Genie's Therapeutics. And I believe she was given not very long to live, but she lived much, much longer than that because he was giving her these therapeutics. And because it fights the inflammation that cancer may cause too.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. And interestingly enough, or scientifically enough, is that they use Rick Simpson oil, which was a man that had Rick Simpson. He had lymphoma, I believe it was. And he was given the diagnosis, and then I believe the doctors were, whatever his unique situation was, he developed his own formulation of CBD and also had a good outcome as well. And so he licensed this formulation to other manufacturers so that they could make similar products and increase the supply out there for cancer patients and other patients that need CBD on a therapeutic basis. I don't think that anyone disputes the therapeutic benefit of CBD these days. It's demonstrated. It might not, the products out there might not have the clinical studies behind it because those are expensive, but the science is legit on CBD, and Genie's is a great, great product. All right, Ginger, thank you for that. Now, you cut me off again. This is again a case of Coke producers not communicating effectively. You said you only had one more product, but we wanted to talk about another product, a sponsor of ours, that we love, Bowser Beer, and so you dropped the ball on that one. There's my
you know what?
my wonderful co-producer.
Do I have a bottle of it?
I no, I used all the two bottles. I used the last two bottles, I think, for Indiana. So that's okay.
Oh,
We don't you don't have to, but we can just mention them and we can talk about them because we love them and we're always doing. We have the Slobber Saloon. We're always promoting
yes.
them. But it is a great stocking stuffer, don't you think? One bottle per stocking.
Yes, and you go to Bowser Beer, I believe it is, bowserbeer.com to order those. I don't know if you'll get it for Christmas, but you can always tell them, hey, the present's on the way. The dog doesn't know. There have been times I've waited.
Wow.
I don't tell my dogs this, but I've waited for the after Christmas doggy toys to go on sale. And then we just opened up after Christmas. They don't know.
Well, I do have to stop you there because that may be an abuse reporting situation. Because I think that if I'm opening my gifts in front of my fuzzy butts and they don't have something that they're opening, that may be tantamount to abuse.
Well, I didn't say I didn't give them something to open.
Yes, you got to give them
Right,
something. I'm
yeah.
kidding, of course. I'm being funny, but yes.
Back to Bowser Beer. They are a big supporter of Puppy Up. A couple of things that's really cool about Puppy Up, about Bowser Beer and Puppy Up, is that you can special order doggy bears, and one of the packs that you can order has Hudson's picture on it. And any time you order that, they give us 20% of that order. But you can also custom order, and this could be for Valentine's Day. If your loved one loves their dog, you can actually go on, send a picture of your dog and get that label, his or her dog, your dog, that label put on the Bowser Beer, and would be a great addition to your Valentine's gifts for them. So, I'm always looking.
You're always looking and always thinking. Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to thank once again both Bowser Beer and also Genius Therapeutics. Thank you very much for your generosity and your support of Puppy Up. We always like to disclose things. We're 100% on board to the best of our ability. If you have any questions, always contact Ginger Morgan. She's the executive director and the one to blame, especially when she screws things up. Maybe you should start asking me at the end of the show, what did you screw up? And because on this episode, I could certainly, I kid. We have a very funny relationship. Okay, I thought we were going to show photos of Kelly now, but
you can show photos of Kelly, but we were mentioning sales. Yeah, I was mentioning after Christmas sales. Yeah. Hollywood Feed at hollywoodfeed.com has their Christmas toys on sale. Buy one, get one free. So again, don't tell my kids I buy their stuff. And their treats on sale. So check them out as well. They're a great supporter of Puppy Up. We love them. And Luke has pictures of Kelly shopping. So there you go.
Yep, and I queued them up. We're going on about some sort of topic, so I think they should be ready to go. I don't know. I'm not always 100% tech proficient, especially when you run.
Don't we know?
Okay. Well, I thought it was up on my screen. Here we go. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to find it another way. Just going to take me a second. Oh, I hope this is not showing. Oh no, it is. Stop share. That's not what. That's
what your desktop looks like.
Okay. I can't minimize the zoom. I thought I had this up and ready to go on the desktop.
Speaking of,
just give me 1 second here, everybody. My apologies. I did.
We'll just keep talking. So Hollywood Feed also has their Crunchios on sale, buy one, get one free. Now, Indiana is behind me and he's got his eye on this. So we'll have to get him something different for Christmas, but they love these. We call them Cheerios around here, but they come in tons of flavors. You can get them at hollywoodfeed.com. Or if you're lucky enough to live in a city that has Hollywood Feed in there, just go to your local store.
Okay, that's not going to work because I'm guessing this is something I didn't know about. But you have to have the files queued up on your desktop or open on your desktop to be able to share them because I'm not able to access my files or folders. Is that correct, Ginger?
I have no idea. You've shown stuff before, so I guess you already had them ready.
I already had them right, exactly, and I thought I had the file folder open.
All right, so you were giving me a hard time because I didn't have a bottle of Bowser Beer, and you don't have Kelly's beer?
I figured it out. Nope, I got it here.
Okay.
It just brought up all the pictures. It brought up all the pictures instead. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's bringing up something else. I don't know. Okay. All right. Can you see that, everybody?
We see, we get, I have Buddy pictures, I have Gray Easter pictures.
You do not.
I did not see a Kelly picture,
You do
no.
not. Gosh darn
Oh,
it.
wait, I did see it. Wait a minute, wait,
Oh, yeah, yeah. What? I guess
but you'd
maybe.
have to click on it.
Okay, because these are cute and funny. So if you don't mind, hang on with this audience one more second. I think there's obviously, yeah, this is all these are all my pictures. How's that? Can you see that now? I think you can. I can see
No,
it.
no, no, you can't. There is, okay, there she is. But unless you click on her picture, Luke, you're not seeing it. There's
Oh,
some really
wow.
cute.
Okay, but all right, we'll stop. This is turning into our Thanksgiving episode all over again.
What you wanted to avoid.
Well, we had it planned out a lot better this time, but yeah, I think that was the problem. Maybe I'm not sure what's going on, everybody. But they were really cute photos from our Hollywood our Christmas shopping experience at Hollywood Feed. We wanted to give them a shout out too, because they weren't able to join the show. Okay, let's see. Oh, is there any? So that's it. So I think that's it, Ginger. I think that's all we wanted to do. We want to do the Fuzzy Butts and Friends faves and the calendar and then share the pictures that we were unable to share.
Well, we can share them on social media when we post the link.
Yeah, they are cute.
Yeah.
There's one of Kelly looking at the Christmas special catalog. There's another one of her looking at jammies that are like 5 times her size, and yet she wants them. She's trying to tell you, I can have some, mommy. And so they're real cute and very festive. All right, everybody. Well, we know Ginger Morgan screwed up this entire episode, not me this time. So, but on a serious note, though, it is the holiday season out there. And Ginger, I know that before we go and say our goodbyes and happy holidays to everybody, you and I personally know some of our friends and part of the Puppy Up family that have lost loved ones very recently. And so I wanted to send my love and my thoughts and my heart out to you. I know it's lonely. It's going to be 2 years since Hudson, so it's going to be tough for me. I know it's very hard for you. If you need support, please listen to our episode about grief, Ginger, and reaching out for help and support. I know it's going to be hard for you, but there's a lot of love out there for you and support waiting for you. So our love and care go out for you this holiday season to our friends who have lost loved ones this time of year. So, Ginger, on that note, I think we should wish
I wanted to just add that a lot of times, Luke, sometimes if it's a four-legged family member or friend that you've lost, sometimes other people don't quite understand that. And you can find my phone number on all of our social media pages. You can just go to Puppy Up on Facebook and my phone number is on there. If you need somebody to talk to, just give me a call.
Yes, do that first. But I too also have my phone number. At least that last time I checked was on Facebook. Not that anybody calls me or would call me, but I've always done that because if somebody had an emergency cancer case, it's always the fastest way to reach me. I've got so many emails. I've got so many projects going on that I sometimes there's a disconnect. And so Ginger and I are always available to our friends and our family here, Fuzzy Butts and Friends and Puppy Up Foundation. So that's what we're about. This is our mission. We've been doing it 15 years now, Ginger. Well, I a little bit longer than you. I started this when I lost Malcolm a few years earlier than that. But this is our life. This is our mission. And we love every one of you. We appreciate your support of our show, Fuzzy Butts and Friends, this season. And we look forward to joining you for a very exciting season 3 of Fuzzy Butts and Friends. Happy holidays to you and your family and your Fuzzy Butts. And what Ginger said is absolutely important is that sometimes it's hard to reach out or talk to other family members when it is your Fuzzy Butt. So there is support here with us and there is support available. So Ginger, would you like to say one last word? And before we sign off, so that everybody can get back to their crazy Christmas shopping and go out and buy the Fuzzy Butt faves.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and happy New Year.
We'll see you for season 3. Puppy up. Talk soon.